everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video I'm doing day 3 of April's 5 days of foundation. And today I'm going to be using a product that I think might have been discontinued, but the reason why I'm still using it is because there's been a lot of controversy around this product. If you've seen my title, you already know what it is, but this is the Tarte High Performance Naturals Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation. Now this does come in a little pot. I'll show it to you here. So it does come in a little pot like this. The packaging is gorgeous. It's got the gold lid, the frosted glass. This is in the color porcelain. You do open it up. It does have a seal on it, and it is just a gel format. So the reason why I say this is somewhat controversial, if you haven't seen, it is rumored, and I think Tarte even confirmed it, that the formula for this product, all the ingredients list, I don't think they said the formula specifically, but they did admit that the ingredients list on this product is the same as their new hydrating Shape Tape foundation, I believe. So I don't have that, and I know that a couple people have given me some comments saying try the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. I probably will the next time I get a 20% off coupon. I'll probably get both of them, the hydrating and the mattifying one, and give them both a try. But for right now, I do have this one, and the rumor is that this is the exact same formula as the hydrating Tarte Shape Tape. So I think if you go searching for this specific foundation, I don't think you find it anymore. Like the last time I did a Google search on it, it showed the Tarte website in the Google search, but when you click on it, it says page not found. So again, I'm not sure that this is even sold anymore, but I still wanted to try it out because I've never tried it before. And if it is actually the same exact foundation as the hydrating Shape Tape foundation, then it should wear the same in theory. So, all right, I already have on my face, I have some Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. I did actually use some of the Tarte Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost underneath my eyes today. This is just a travel size version of the hydrating gel that they have. I do also have as primer the Porefessional on my nose and a couple of problem areas around my mouth, and then the IT No. 50 Serum Collagen Veil Primer, like on my forehead, on my cheeks, and on my chin. So on the center of my face I have this, and on the rest of my face I have this. And this is a combination I've used before. I do know that it works well for me. I have had some comments here recently as well of people saying that they would recommend that I use primer that I'm used to, not new primers. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just use a new primer because it's by the company of the foundation. And they recommend to use a primer like that. So for the Hourglass one that I used, I think in February, they recommended using an Hourglass primer, which is why I used the Hourglass primer. So anyhow, of course they're going to recommend their own products. I know that, but I do continue to try them out throughout the month. So if you haven't seen my wrap-up videos, I do post a wrap-up video at the end of every month showing my thoughts after wearing the foundations 2 or 3 or 4 times. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start applying this. Again, this is 1 fluid ounce, and this is in the color porcelain. I would love to read the claims for you, but again, I don't think it exists on their website anymore. Let me double check, but I don't think it does. Yeah, I tried looking it up on my Ulta.com. It's showing that this product is no longer available. I don't know that it will come up anywhere. So I can't really read you the claims. The actual product itself doesn't have anything written on it. So, all right, let's go ahead and apply this foundation. So rather than like stick my finger or stick my brush in or stick my sponge in, I am going to go ahead and I think what I'm going to do is use the back of a brush to kind of like scoop it out and put it on my face. And I am going to be using my Flower Beauty sponge and my Love is the Foundation brush. I will go ahead and use the sponge on my right side and the brush on my left side, your right side. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on my face. I might have gotten way too much. All right, halfway through, it's not looking looking too bad. It's a little bit yellow, I feel like. But it's not horrible. But it definitely looks to be a little bit on the yellow side. So, and I don't know that, it feels almost like the sponge is starting to take some of the coverage away. All right, I'm going to go in with the brush. All right, so there it is all blended in. I'm actually not minding the finish actually at all. I think it actually looks really nice. I had a little bit of difficulty getting it to stick to my nose, which is why you saw me keep reapplying it to my nose. I do think that the coverage is better with the brush, but I think the finish is pretty much about the same almost with both. I don't know. So I'm looking at it on this cheek and it looks, I mean, that's the side with the brush though. I don't know. All right, I'm going to zoom you in and we can take a look at it. Okay, so we're nice and close. I think the finish looks nice. It does look dewy, which would make sense. It's a hydrogel is what I think that's what the name of it is. Is that it? Right? Hybrid gel foundation. So it's not supposed to be mattifying, I don't believe. It does get kind of messy. Like I just wiped off the rim to try to put the lid back on because that insert I dropped and it went in the garbage. So I'm going to put the lid back on so I don't spill it or get it all over the place. So the delivery system of the pot, not my favorite. This is the first time I think I'm trying something like that. I mean, I've had a compact and I've had a bottle and a squeezy tube, but I think this is the first time I'm using something that's like this. But the actual finish of it, I think it's really nice, the finish. I think the color isn't too bad either. I think the color actually looks pretty good, which Tarte foundations, I do sometimes have a problem with that. Sometimes I have to have the lightest shade, sometimes I don't. It's their foundation shades are not the same. If you say the color porcelain in one type of foundation, it's not the same in another type of foundation. They can be different colors. It's really weird. But as far as coverage goes, I feel like this is almost like a medium coverage. I do feel like it covered most of my redness. I do still have a little bit of redness in my cheeks, but that's okay. I feel like it's covered most of my blemishes, and because I had like a little pimple right there, I can still see it, but it's for the most part it's covered. So it hasn't covered exactly everything, but I don't think it's bad. I don't know. Okay, let's see what time it is. The time is now 10:51, 10:52. So we'll call 11 o'clock the check-in time. I will wear this until at least 7 o'clock tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and I will let you know my thoughts. Right now it is a little bit sticky. It is transferring a little bit, so I think I am going to go ahead and powder it. But I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and I will let you know what I think. All right, I am back. It is now 11:15, so it took me about 20 minutes to do my makeup. Not too bad. I am getting better at it. As long as I don't have to explain everything I'm doing, I am getting better at it. Anyhow, let's talk about the foundation. Oh, on my face, I have the Butter Bronzer in the regular bronzer color. I love the smell of this. Always makes me think of summer. I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the color Exposed, which is that one right there. And then I have the Tarte, is this the Amazonian Clay? Amazonian Clay Highlighter in the color Stunner, which is that. It's just a little bit of the more subtle. It's definitely there, but it's subtle. I have the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I have the NYX Perfect Filter in the, it's 03 Olive You. Just some greens. Actually, is what I use today is greens and the browns in this. On my eyes, my mascara is the Buxom Big Tease mascara, and for some reason it's starting to flake. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, a lot of mascaras are starting to flake on me. Does anybody know why that happens? I might have to just go back to my roller lash because that never did that to me. Anyway, I have the ColourPop Matte Lippy Stick in the color Lumiere. And I used the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist with rose water and green tea. And I think that's everything. It certainly is. Okay, so it was starting to look a little bit patchy before I sprayed the setting spray. But after I sprayed the setting spray, I feel like it actually looks not too bad. It's still looking a little bit weird, like right here in the middle of my forehead. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it's looking almost powdery. And that could be the powder that I use. That's right. I did use the Cover FX. This is the Perfect Setting Powder. So I did put not a whole lot of powder on, but I did definitely powder my face. And maybe that's why it's looking powdery up here. It doesn't look bad on my nose. On my cheeks, I feel like it's looking pretty good. It's definitely settled into this part of my face, which seems like all foundations do at this point. It's not looking bad around my nose though. That I was having trouble getting it on my nose, but I think it's actually doing pretty good. But anyway, I think it's looking not too bad. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. So for now, I'm going to go ahead about my day. Like I said, it's about, we're calling the check-in time 11 o'clock. So I will come back at about 3 o'clock and check in with you guys, 3:30, somewhere in there, depending on what we're doing today. I'm not sure what all we're doing. And I will definitely keep it on till about 7 o'clock tonight. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. All right, everybody, it is later than I expected. It is about 10 of, 7 of, 4, somewhere in there. And so I've had this on about 5 hours so far, and I'm actually really liking it. Looking in the mirror here, I think the foundation, I think that the finish is actually really nice. I have my mirror right here. I feel like the finish is still really nice. I noticed that it looked a little bit pale in natural light compared to the fake light of my beauty room, but overall, sorry, I'm looking over here. Overall, I don't think it's looking too bad. My trouble areas are still the same, right in here on my chin. Around my nose, it's actually not too bad around my nose, but it's definitely looking a little dry, which is weird because this is supposedly the equivalent to the Shape Tape hydration or hydrating Shape Tape, and I'm not real sure. So I'm just gonna show you my skin here and see what you guys think about it. I'm just looking at this and I'm just not really seeing like it is really very hydrating. Now, it's actually, I'm in my short sleeve t-shirt right now. It's a little bit windy, so I should probably have a sweatshirt on right now, but I just came outside just to film this real quick in the natural light. But overall, I'm looking at this. I don't feel like it looks bad. It just is like my certain trouble areas, like around my mouth is definitely not looking the greatest. On my chin, not looking the greatest. I don't know. It's definitely in my lines though. Like the reason why I keep saying it looks a little dry is because like right in here, and I know I'm squinting a little bit because of it being in the sun, but if I try to relax my eyes, it still is like really in my lines. So I'm equating that with being dry and so on and so forth. So anyhow, 5 hours in, I don't mind the finish, but it is definitely sitting in my lines and stuff. So anyway, I will check in another couple of hours. All right, it is the end of the night. Not quite fully the end of the night, but the end of me wearing this foundation for sure. I've got quite a headache going on right now. I think I'm coming down with something. There's a cold going around my office. I think like 3 or 4 people in my group got it already, so I'm hoping I'm not getting sick. Anyhow, let's talk about this foundation, shall we? There are some definite pros and cons to what I think is going on with this foundation, so let me zoom you in and show you what I am talking about. My biggest issue with this is that it has gotten into every like line that I have. And like right here might be the best place to show you. I have this line on across the bridge of my nose, which I really didn't notice until maybe a month or 2 ago. But like there is a caked in line of foundation. It just settled right in that line. It is also in my fine lines on my forehead. it just sort of cakes in. I'm glad that line's not deeper because it would be really caked in there. But that's not too bad because my lines aren't too deep yet. I mean, I'm about to turn, actually by the time this video posts, I'll have turned 39. My birthday's the end of March. So my lines aren't too deep just yet. They are definitely becoming more and more present, but they're not too bad. I like the way it looks, like here in the middle of my face. It looks very dewy, and I think it has gotten better looking as the day goes on in the areas that are not trouble areas for me. But my chin doesn't look so great. Right in here, I don't know. It didn't do the wrinkly thing that a lot of foundations do, but it definitely like broke up almost. So it's not wrinkly, but it's like broken up. I don't know. The rest of my makeup actually is still hanging in there. It's not obviously 8 hours in, not as evident as it was 8 hours ago when I first put it on. My lipstick's gone. That's fine. I ate already. So anyway, the other weird thing that's going on is like right here on my nose. It just kind of like broke up like on the bottom of my nose, and I didn't like blow my nose or anything. I didn't have any problems with that today. So it did just sort of like wear down on this part of my nose. It didn't sit too badly in my nose creases, but it definitely, well, maybe not on this side. Yeah, on that side it looks pretty crusty. Didn't look on that side, I looked on this side. So maybe I take that back. Not looking so great in those creases. But I think from far away it still looks pretty nice. It's definitely not one that I would wear longer than 8 hours. Just because, oh, I forgot to show you the time. It is 6:57. So I'm a couple minutes before 7, but I finished my makeup, what, at like 10:52? Something like that this morning. Anyway, I don't know that I'd want to wear this for more than 8 hours, and I can definitely say, at least for my first impression, this is not one of my favorite foundations. It's not horrible, but it's not one of my favorite foundations either. Now, it is not available anymore, so you're actually seeing this video. I know I opened it saying it was the 3rd day. I think I might have cut that in editing, but what I decided to do today while I've been wearing this is to just include this as a bonus video. So I'm going to actually be posting this as day 6 in April. So this is going to be the 6th day of foundation, just because it's not available anymore. It is packaged differently than the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. The ingredients are the same, but I can't be sure that the actual formula is the same just because the ingredients are the same. So I'm posting this as a bonus video. I did actually just buy another foundation today that I'm going to be placing it in as day 3. And I'll probably be filming that actually tomorrow. But this will be my bonus, day 6 in April. So I hope you enjoyed having an extra bonus one. I might touch on that in my 5 days of foundation wrap up at the end of April. I'm not sure. Sometimes I just don't have enough time to try them as often as I would like to. So if I don't have time to try that one again, I'm going to focus on the 5 that are the main foundations for April. So anyhow, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that even though it was a foundation that you can't get your hands on anymore, you at least did enjoy this review, this first impression, and the fact that I added it as like a 6th foundation, so that it's not taking away from another foundation that you can still get your hands on. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit the red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Have you tried this foundation, and have you tried the hydrating Sharp Tarte Shape Tape foundation? Are they the same? I'm curious because this one didn't blow my socks off, so I don't know that I'd go out and buy the Shape Tape hydrating foundation if it's the same formula. Because this one is okay, but I would definitely not say it is my favorite. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this extra bonus foundation for April, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.